Okay, so think about this. You look out your window, but it's not. It's not clear. It's kind of hazy, maybe a bit yellowish. Lights have that annoying glow around them.
Hmm.
That's often how cataracts can start, like literally frosting up your vision. And it's really, really common. If you're over 40, sources say there's something like a 50% chance you'll get them by 75.
It's a huge number. But what's really getting interesting now, well, what if that story could change?
Right. Like, what if simple things, certain fruits even, could not just prevent that cloudiness, but maybe actually reverse it? In the early stages, at least. That's what some of the research seems to suggest.
That is the really exciting claim we found looking through these studies. We're talking work from places like Tufts, Harvard, big names. They're highlighting specific compounds in fruits that, well, they seem to offer amazing protection, maybe even restoration for the lens.
Reverse it. Wow. Okay, so that's our mission for this deep dive then. We're going to unpack these sources, figure out the top 5 fruits the science keeps pointing to for eye health.
Yeah, explain why they work, and maybe more importantly, how the research says you should actually eat them to get the maximum benefit.
Exactly. And apparently there's one fruit researchers are even calling like nature's cataract eraser. Got to find out about that one.
Let's jump in, starting our countdown at number 5.
Okay, number 5, the humble orange. Now, we all know vitamin C is good, right? But the sources really pinpoint why it matters so much for your eyes specifically.
It acts almost like a shield, right
Mhm.
inside the lens itself.
A shield.
Yeah, and what's fascinating is the concentration. Your lens actively pulls vitamin C in, so the levels there are like 20 times higher than in your blood.
20 times.
Hmm. And this shield is constantly fighting off those damaging free radicals,
Hmm.
the things that make lens proteins kind of clump up and cause that cloudiness.
And it's not just the C, is it? The sources mention these other things, flavonoids, like hesperidin,
Yeah.
mostly in the white, pithy bit.
Exactly. And those flavonoids, one study found they can actually boost how well your body absorbs that vitamin C by a pretty significant amount, like 35%.
Okay, so it makes the shield stronger. Does this show up in, like, real people?
It does. Big studies support it. One with 35,000 women found a 33% lower risk if they got lots of vitamin C from fruit. Another one found adults eating oranges just 3 times a week had clearer lenses, significantly clearer.
So the pro tip from the research seems clear. Eat the whole orange. Fiber's good. Don't peel off all that white stuff, the pith.
Right. That's where those boosters are. And maybe eat them earlier in the day for better absorption. Definitely skip the juice so you lose the fiber and the pith.
Okay, good tip. Moving on. Number 4.
Number 4 is blueberries. Tiny fruit, but wow, a powerhouse. We know they have antioxidants, but the research hones in on these unique ones called anthocyanins.
Anthocyanins, okay. And the sources say blueberries have a really good mix of these, and they can actually get into the eye, like cross the barrier.
That's the key. They cross the blood-retinal barrier, so they can work directly in the lens and retina.
Direct action.
And it seems to pay off. High intake was linked to a 38% lower long-term cataract risk in a National Eye Institute study. And in animal studies, blueberry extract cut lens clouding by like 70%.
70%. That's huge. Okay, pro tip time. This one's surprising. Freezing them might be better.
Yeah, it sounds weird, but the idea is freezing breaks down the cell walls. So it might make those anthocyanins more available for your body to use. Just let them thaw for maybe 20 minutes.
Huh. And eat them with yogurt or something.
Good idea. Something with a bit of protein or fat can help with absorbing certain nutrients. Just don't cook them with high heat. That can damage the compounds.
Got it. Number 3.
Number 3, the avocado. Lots of people think healthy fats, which is true, but for eyes, it's a different story. They are packed with lutein and zeaxanthin.
Ah, yes. The carotenoids. I've read about those. They build up in the lens and the macula, right? Like internal sunglasses.
That's a perfect way to put it. Filtering out harmful blue light, UV rays,
Yeah.
the stuff that damages eye tissues.
Yeah.
And avocados have more lutein per serving than pretty much any other fruit.
Wow. And the studies back this up.
Oh, yeah. UCLA found people with the highest levels of these in their lenses had a 42% lower cataract rate. Harvard linked high intake to a 22% lower risk of needing surgery.
Okay, so the pro tip must be about getting those carotenoids out of the avocado and into you.
Exactly. And the fat in the avocado itself is key. It dramatically boosts absorption, not just from the avocado, but from other stuff you eat with it. Add half an avocado to a salad. One study showed a 500% increase in lutein absorption.
500%. Okay.
So eat it with meals,
Hmm.
especially maybe your biggest meal, and make sure you scrape out that dark green part right near the skin. That's where the concentration is highest, like 11 times more.
Good to know. Okay, number 2. This is getting exciting.
Number 2 is papaya. Tropical, Delicious, and an amazing combo for eyes. Super high vitamin C, beta-carotene, which turns into vitamin A, and this unique enzyme called papain.
Papain. I know that helps digest protein. How does that help eyes?
Well, the thinking, backed by some animal studies, is that it might help keep the lens proteins themselves structured correctly, prevent them from clumping up.
Ah, so it addresses the clumping mechanism directly.
Could be. And it might explain the results. A big study in India found eating papaya just twice a week was linked to a massive 51% lower cataract risk. Plus, all that vitamin C helps regenerate vitamin E in your eyes, making it work better too. Synergy.
51% lower risk. Okay, pro tip for papaya.
Look for ripe, mostly yellow fruit. Apparently the seeds are edible too, good antioxidants there. And for that enzyme, the papaya, try eating it on an empty stomach, maybe first thing in the morning for maximum effect.
Interesting. All right, the countdown reaches number 1. The one they called, what was it? Nature's Cataract Eraser.
That's the one, goji berries. And honestly, the research here is pretty astonishing, especially regarding potential reversal in early stages.
Goji berries, okay. What makes them so special?
It's mainly two things. First, an absolutely incredible concentration of Zeaxanthin, those internal sunglasses again. We're talking 162 milligrams per 100 grams. That's like 40 times more than oranges, 20 times spinach.
Wow, that's a lot.
It is. But second, they have these unique compounds called lycium barbarum polysaccharides, or LBPs. These seem to protect eye cells and boost your body's own antioxidant production, like glutathione.
Okay, so incredible concentration and unique protective compounds. What did the study show, especially that reversal claim?
This Beijing University study is the standout. People with early cataracts ate just 15 grams of goji berries a day for 90 days. Get this, 77% showed measurable improvement in their lens clouding, and 23% showed a complete reversal of that early clouding.
Complete reversal in almost a quarter of them.
Complete reversal. Animal studies showed similar things. Clear lenses, huge boost in antioxidants like SOD, much less protein clumping.
That is genuinely groundbreaking stuff. Okay, pro tips for goji berries must be important then.
Definitely. Quality is key. The sources suggest looking for organic, maybe from specific regions known for them. If you're using dried ones, soak them in warm water for maybe 10 minutes.
Okay.
And drink the soaking water. It's like a potent tea. The dose in that study was 15-20 grams a day. And like avocado, eat them with some healthy fat to help absorption. Probably best in the morning. They can be a bit energizing.
Wow. Okay, so oranges, blueberries, avocados, papaya, and especially goji berries. It's amazing how specific these actions seem to be.
It really is. These aren't just good for you foods in general. They contain compounds science shows can directly protect, support, and maybe even help repair the lens.
It really highlights the power of putting these specific fruits in your diet, but also doing it the right way, following those tips from the research, the pith, the freezing, eating with fat, the soaking.
Absolutely. Consistency and those little details seem to be how you unlock the potential the studies found.
So we've dived deep into the research on these 5 amazing fruits. What does it mean for you listening? Based on everything we've uncovered about nature's toolkit for clearer vision, here's something to think about.
What's just one simple change, maybe inspired by one of these fruits or tips, that you could try making this week to start actively supporting your own eye health?